That's a live look at us here at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Bragging rights and a whole lot more on the line today. Two teams who share a city, but sure as heck are not going to share a win. It's the Giants and the Jets, and it's coming up next. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Oh, man, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Their own 26-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Giants are all over it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
To the air, Taylor. And he's in trouble and gets blocked out again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Well, I am flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. On 1st down, here's Dart. He's keeping it. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Quick one to the outside by Dart. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. Let's examine this flag. So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. Running it after the penalty. Nice work there to cancel out the penalty and then some. That's 9 yards, 2nd and 6 coming up.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Dart's going to tuck it and run. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Jet in some discomfort following that play. Jets in the nickel, 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Pass brought in by Slayton. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal. Tracy crosses the goal line. Touchdown, New York. The Giants get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Wangu now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
Throwing off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Taylor. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to get down safely. Picked up close to 6. Nice call on his part there, but it does leave them now with a 3rd down.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Here's Taylor. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
So on 4th down, here comes Nick Folk to attempt this for the Jets. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Gunnar Olszewski now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Going play action with Dart. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field, and the two were not able to reel it in.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. A gain of 15 there. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going to the ground again on 1st. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Their offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. The counter give to Tracy. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
I know we all love the big home run plays, the highlight reel plays, but as an offense, these are just the stay on schedule kind of plays. I love the commitment to this run game. Keep working that body, keep working that body, keep working that body, and eventually you could take the will away from your opponent.
Third down now. Here's Darks. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick.
The Jets take over first and 10.
All right, working from the gun to Starks. First and 10. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3. Looking to throw, Taylor. He's going to keep it this time. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
It's a gain of 8.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
They've got first down here from the 36. Takes the handoff, now to throw. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Here's second and 10 now from the 36. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Devon Holland there to make the stop.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Another punt coming up. Austin McNamara to again do the honors. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
We put a receiver in motion left. Throwing on first down. It's Starks. Gets everything he has under this one. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. Second and 10. Darks looking to throw. That's Robinson on the slant. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Jarvis Brownlee there to make that play.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Third down, they need 7. They'll air it out on third. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun.
At their own 28-yard line.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. This gets forward to around the 29. Tyler Newbin with the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Gunnar Olszewski will return it for the Giants. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Dart. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock, but by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's good for a New York 1st down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And he goes out of bounds as everyone turns to hear from our referee. So backed up a bit following the penalty, it's 1st and 20. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's Tracy once more. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Extra man in the secondary for the Jets now. 3rd down. And they just get the play off. He's going to run for it. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. And on 4th down, they're about ready to punt. He has it at the 22. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. They're going play action. Finds his fullback. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Hall takes it straight ahead. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Throw here, 3rd down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it's gonna be 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Here's Taylor to throw. Ooh, puts him air under this one, right side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. He'll set up the screen here for Hall. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
And all that pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Darts out of the shotgun. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Out of the gun this time. Here's Darts. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll throw 3rd and long. Jets bringing pressure, and they got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Hall once more. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for a Jets first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
We've set it down from 37. First down, and they go right back to him. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Handoff here to Davis. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. They'll run for it with Hall. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Here's Tracy on first down. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. A draw now. This is Tracy. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up 3rd down.
He's lucky to get back to the line. I think he knows it, too. That play was in trouble early with how well the defense, Kate, read it from the beginning. And he did his best just to get back and break even.
Jets in the nickel, 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Jamie Gillen on now to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. They start the drive with Hall. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
In truth, Kate, I felt like he was lucky to get what he got right there. The pressure from this defense to go get that safety, it was on. And that same pressure, well, they're not going to back down here on 2nd down as well.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. To the air, Taylor. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And it's picked out by the Giants. Nothing after the fumble, partner, but they are going to be set up with an immediate 1st and goal.
Recovered by the Giants.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants grow their lead off the turnover. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants drive their lead to 11. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's Isaiah Davis on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They'll work against the blitz. Right side, this is caught by Taylor. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Connects with his back. Hall. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
Hall running between the tackles. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. It's his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. To the air on 3rd and long. And the Giants are on him, and he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate. It has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Quincy Williams on the tackle. Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
From the gun, here's Dart. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Throwing on 3rd, here's Dart. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On 1st down, here's Dart. Complete out to the right. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. Dart gonna throw again. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Back to throw, here's Starks. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Okay, running backs might not be the most accomplished route runners, certainly compared to the receivers. But when it comes to body control, strength, making a catch through contact, this guy just showed out.
Throwing on first down, it starts. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 3 now. Now Dart. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is third and 3. Here's Dart now. He's going for it himself. And Dart's got him a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's another Giants first down. First and 10.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Koo able to put it through. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half. One last play before the break. He's back to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here comes Olszewski. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Giants lining things up. First and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll go play action. Here's Dart. This is taken in by Slayton on the right side. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Here goes Dart to the air. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jets have it down near the opposing 40 after the return is stopped.
Intercepted.
From the gun, it's Hall. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Throwing now off the play action. Brought in right side. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing, Taylor. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock, but it does force a 4th down.
I can say this definitively. That is not the way you thank your defense for giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. He got away with one.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Here's Devin Singletary on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. New York to the line. 1st and 10. A gift to Tracy up the middle. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Darts looking to throw. Pass him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Extra man in the secondary for the Jets now. 3rd down. Here he is on 3rd and short. Setting up the screen. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Lofts it deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Taken in by Bellinger. And this one doesn't go far.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
2nd down now, they need 7. Dart out of the shotgun. Caught near the goal line. And that depends on the call on this flag. Koo with the extra point. And the Giants push their lead to 18.
24, Jets 6.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. On return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and it's good for a New York 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
So 1st down from the 41. Now it's Taylor. They set up the screen here for Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
To the air, Taylor. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Trying to throw this from the gun. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Throwing off the play fake. Complete out to the right. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Toss play. This is Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks. I'm looking for that to be called again.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away. They'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Looking to throw, Taylor. He's going to keep it this time. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's making a bid for it. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Taylor now. And he slides down. We'll see what the business is with this penalty flag. This could be coming back. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Here's Taylor. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Need a touchdown here as they line up for 3rd and goal. Taylor. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now they're left with 4th and goal.
Okay, it has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game, and failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
So on 4th down, here comes Nick Folk to attempt this for the Jets. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. The kick by Folk is good, and that lowers the deficit to 15.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here comes Olszewski. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. One play action with Darts. Not by Theo Johnson. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Dart from the pistol. He's got Bellinger. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side.
Daniel Bellinger. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. A handoff to Tracy. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. And he's dropped. They got there for the sack, and that brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Giants up multiple scores and on their way if they can keep this up, closing this one out. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. From the gun, here's Darts. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Their punter making his way out now. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line.
The Jets take
New
over
York to the
first
line,
and 10
first and 10.
at their own 12-yard line.
Here's Taylor to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
They're going to throw out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And they're going to take him down finally, but not before he puts his own goal line well in that rearview mirror. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it's good for a New York first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They go play action on first down. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Another try from the 25. It's second and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Sticking to the air here. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
To the air on third and long. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
They'll bring out the punter here, and he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. Looking to return from the 29. And he's brought down before the return gets far. First down now, ball at the 33. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And get forward about 5 yards, looks like. It's second down now.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5, now second and 5. Tight end in motion left. It's Tracy on second down. He dodged the tackle. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. They'll come up on first and 10. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. That hit affected that throw, and it sails out of bounds, incomplete.
What a great fight from those blockers to keep buying him time in the pocket to find a throw. You wish that effort could have been rewarded with a completion.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. They'll air it out on third. He completes it in traffic. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
So out now comes the punter. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And some professional English on that ball as it bounces out just short of the end zone at the 2-yard line. Motion man left is Johnson. They'll start this one out with Hall. Boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2.
That right there, my friends, is exactly the kind of pressure and intensity you expect from a defense each of these next 2 snaps as well. They want to keep you pinned right there against your own end zone and force you into a very risky punt.
They give on second to Hall. Boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. They go right back to Hall. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that first down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you can feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Punting unit out now. Austin McNamara will kick this away. Short drop, but he still gets away a very good punt. Punt taken at midfield. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Option play. They're going to give it to Tracy. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Darts out of the shotgun. And for one of the few times this game, Brock, the target his way does not connect. It's incomplete. And they've got to figure things out on 3rd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here's start now. Pass complete to Robinson. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Now we have a member of the Jets hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to take a look at him. First and 10 from the 32. A give right side to Tracy. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Dart setting in the throw here. It's caught right side by Johnson. Oh, it looked like he was going to have that first, didn't it? But after the stop, they're going to be a little bit short at the 22.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
On the sneak, here's Dart. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. When you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. And motion the slot man right. Here's Tracy on first down. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Quincy Williams has it. And the Jets have some new life in the 4th.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
First down, play action. That's caught. He finds Alan Lazard. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's good.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They've got first down here from the 36. Hall takes it straight ahead. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Giants. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Here's Tracy once more. Here he goes again. And they hit big there on that second down. Let's see if this play holds up or not, though. We've got a penalty flag down. First and 10 from the 32. They'll run here following the penalty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Jet in some discomfort following that play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. They go right back to Tracy. Jukes away from one. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
They'll run it with Devin Singletary. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Devin Singletary with the touchdown. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns. And that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Wangu now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Jets getting ready for this first and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
Throwing, Taylor. Finds him over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. To the air, Taylor. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Giants are all over it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. Now it's Taylor. And this is lofted deep down the middle. Brought in inside the 20. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
And he'll just throw this away, Brock, and that's going to bring us to our 2-minute warning. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Taylor. And this is going to fall incomplete. They made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. So now it's 3rd down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first, guarantee some yards, and then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Man in motion here. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 17-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Third and long, they're going to throw. He's trying to push the field. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense, able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Taylor now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
At the 45-yard line.
Second and 3 now. Here's Taylor to throw. Taking a final shot at the end zone. incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots to the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over. So the Giants come away with the win. Man, this one is gonna sting, partner. You pride yourself on defending your building, getting those home victories. Instead, you end up taking a bitter pill today in front of your own fans.
Well, as one coach famously said, we're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. That's all these guys could do after giving one up at home. Just look ahead to the next game. Focus on prepping for the next opponent and working your tail off, and make up for losing in front of the home crowd by giving your fans something to cheer about the next time.